Hi, this is me, Christopher at DBG. So this is another fantastic unboxing from Matz, spelt with a Z. There's something quite a few products. And see, this is a bit of an unboxing for them. We're going to just see what it's like. I don't know what's in there yet. I assume scenery, just because I don't think a mat will fit in a box like this. See, it's quite big. Let's get it open, let's give it an honest review. Before I start, I'm not sponsored by them. This is a product I bought, so this is an honest opinion. It's not something that, you know, if I don't like a product, I'll be completely honest with you. Yeah, if I like a product, again, you're going to see it live, so you'll see my facial expressions if I think it's rubbish, I think I'm wasting my money, or it's a really good deal. So it all comes in a nice box. It's sturdy, quite heavy set. So what I didn't do in the other boxing was measure the pieces of scenery, so I'm going to measure them in this because I think it's good for you guys. But I will do a closer, just sort of like an overall review as well. This is just sort of an unboxing, quick review, as it were. I will do a quick proper review when I do the mats unboxing, because I want them laid on the mats and you get a clear sort of visual aspect of what they're like on the mats with some models and stuff like that. Just to add that little affection. Get it the right way up. I don't think this is the right way up, just because that's where the thing is. On the sides, got listed Sci-Fi full set. So let's get it open, as we know what it is. Quite high, quite tall, the building, or the box itself. So 14.5 inches up, and that 14 inches along. So that sort of just shows you the package that's in there. I'll move my camera up just because of how big it actually is, and let's get a proper insight for you guys rather than me just going up and down. I think that'll be quite weird. So stands not quite tall enough to see my face, so I'll just sort of bend down. But saying that, the thing you want to look at is the product, not me. So this retails the full set is £126. It's 126 euros. Sorry. So for good old fashioned sterling, that is, working off the top of my head, 110 quid. So give or take the postage and things like that. So let's just get a couple of pieces out just to look at, and then I'll get the whole set out and look at. Again, all polystyrene, perfect fits, and bubble wrap one side, and then a nice little sort of sandwich bag just to protect it a little bit. So this is a Sci-Fi Set. Again, it's all pre-painted, really nice, simply painted, all resin, all with a flat base as well, all going around. What I like about it, it's just a real nice metallic, fits in perfectly, goes from that. And you could add your own little paint touches and stuff if you wanted to, you know, but there's no need, you know, it's ready to go, that's what it's designed for. You can't buy it unpainted. the idea is that it's all painted. These out. Again, all sort of matches. Nice little barricades. Right, a lot. Let's get like that. Oh, nice little dome. A lot of static. Everything's sticking to me. Bag doesn't want to get off, does it? And go around. Nice little structure. I like the other fact it's got the ladder. Still painted that, a little rust effect on there. Top, loads of flat surface for models on there. Base, the fact it's really big line blocking on there as well. Really like that up. So there's loads more in here, and there's another layer as well actually. So what I'm going to do is get it all out, lay it out. Let's see what it all looks like all together. Okay, so here it is all unboxed. I know some of you might be thinking £110 or €126 is quite a lot of money. Well, it is. It is a lot of money. But what you're getting is a board done. With all this set, you can get the odd bit of scatter scenery, broken rhino, those sort of things, just to add that little touch if you wanted to. But as a board, it's quite a good lot of scenery in there. Now some of the things you didn't see when I sort of unboxed, just mainly because they were a little bit harder to take out when I got the camera. It's these big things. And they're sort of bastions. They're really wide. Again, everything's got this flat base, so you can fit anywhere. It's not going to wobble and things like that. Your models are not going to fall off. And the fact is, it's heavy. It's got some weight to it. It's resin. But for that amount of money, you're getting all this. So you're getting 2 of these bastions, 4 of what we sort of like watchtowers or sort of vents and stuff like that. 2 of the smaller buildings. Got loads of little detail on there. Okay, you can paint up if you wanted to, but there's really no need. 4 of almost like barracks or maybe ammo storage units or gun storage units, and 4 of which is deceivingly heavy as well. 4 of barricades as well. All pre-painted, all done, all go straight onto that board. Now size-wise, as I said, these bastions are quite big. Got 8 inches along, 5 inches up. You know, so a real good height to them, and you know, can hide a lot of stuff in there as well. As long as point. These things are just that little bit taller, but not as wide. 4.5 inches wide and almost 6 inches up. You know, which I think is a good sized piece of scenery. These things right here, 4.5 inches along, and just under 4 inches high. Again, some really big solid piece of scenery, and it's not any windows or anything like that, so you can't see through it. It's real good line blocking for it. So for tournament play, this is perfect. You can add the scatter bits of scenery that people do for that line blocking, so I really like it. I think the set is I'm really impressed. The fact is, it's even got like a natural curve into some of the scenery where they'll be bolting on things and stuff like that, which I really like. I really like the paint job as well. You know, it's quite rustic. It's you know, dry brush, a little bit of spraying and stuff like that, but they've got added different colours into it. So to me, it's perfect for what I need in a scenery board. I want my scenery to stand out, but I don't need them to be the highlight of the board. That makes sense. My model should be doing that, or the mat. But this just fits perfectly, and it's a great piece of scenery. It's a great kit. So this scenery is all going to go to the #1 Kent tournament that we're sponsoring. We've been sponsoring 2 boards. I still got to design the boards, the design which Matz I'm going to be taking. I mean, the chances are these are going to be used because they're so multi-use. You know, I could see him on a desert board. I could see him on a city fight board. I could see him on a swamp map. You know, even the fact is because they're not coloured on the base, they do fit sort of anywhere. Snowboard, perfect. You could just, if you wanted to keep them on a snowboard, and if you got that type of money and you don't mind just sort of concentrating on one board at a time, then yeah, you could put some little flock on stuff like that on it just to blend it in a little bit more. I reckon on any type of desert board, you could just put sand round the edges, put some slate, or you just add that little texture just to blend it in so it doesn't look like it's just clumps. Especially if you can do battle reports and stuff like that. You've seen it on some of the bigger channels, they sort of do that. Hellstorm, Wargaming do that as well. Winters does it, and things like that. So there's ways around it, but for just your normal play, 120, 125 euro, 126 euros roughly, plus postage. You're done. How many times we've probably bought armies that we started and got rid of for less than that, no, for more than that, and then got rid of it for less than what we paid for, like often all of us do. So actually something like this is just cements, and you go done. Your board's going to look awesome with scenery like this. I'm going to put this away. I think it's really cool. The fact it comes in a double layer foam that's all got its own little sandwich bag, bubble wrap around it as well, means that they really take their time packaging up. And the box is heavy enough as it is, so I'm really, really, really grateful for Urban Matz setting us up with a little deal. I still bought it. Money was spent. So this is a real honest review on what I think of the product. I'd be buying again, and I full well any of my Christmas money is either going to go on a new army, maybe 2 new armies. I priced up a knight army because everyone seems to be running knights at the moment, and I have a really cool idea to turn my knights into dinosaur posters, almost like Transformers, whatever Transformers Dinosaur Returns or whatever it is, I can't even remember. But since I watched that movie, even though there was a very distinct lack of dinosaurs in there, or dinosaur transformers in there, I have a little bit of an idea to sort of dark mechanicum my army up. So I want to do that. So it's not going to be like the standard looking knight army, even though they have really cool lot models. And a contrast to that will be a Custodes, or Custodes, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Army as well, which has got some heavy bike routine, a little bit more competitive and a little bit more bike, but I think they're going to be my next 2 armies. I've got my fun armies at the moment. I'm currently building Orcs, Blood Angels and Imperial Crimson Fists are my 2 armies that I'm currently building. I need to finish off my NIDs, but I need to buy some more stuff for that, and a bit of a failure to finish armies when they're already painted and to a level that I quite like. I very rarely expand it. I sort of set my standard and sort of still that army, and then I start a whole new army, so it might be another NID army in a sense. But I mean, maybe after Christmas that's what I might do. Failing that, if Matz bring any more decent stuff like this out, then I can see myself steering towards them. Mainly because I need stuff for the tournament, and this is done, ready to go. So I'm going to put it away. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm going to be doing a more in depth review on what it looks like on a mat and with models on when I open up the mats that I've got sitting behind me. So you're going to see this product again, and I'll mix and match it with some of the other scenery that we have as well. One thing I will say is one random subscriber once I've got through all this, so I haven't put a deadline on it yet, but it's going to happen, that one of them is going to win one of the mats. So you don't need a comment, it just needs to be a sub, and I'll go through the subs, randomly pick one, and then announce it when I pick up when I reveal the Matz. So make sure you tell your friends and stuff like that, your community, your local gaming club, because how awesome would it be if you just walked in for a mat for your guys and your friends and stuff like that. So make sure you sub to that. But this is just a general really cool product. Love it. I'm going to be buying more. So let's leave it at that. So wherever you are in the world, make it a good one and happy hobbying.